ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं गुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सह गणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सह गणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे। विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भक्ति श्रीमते जगन्नाथ स्वामी आचार्य नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भक्ति श्रीमते जगन्नाथ स्वामी सरस्वती। हरे कृष्ण। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय पतित पावन श्रील गुरुदेवा जय परम दयालु श्रील गुरुदेवा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपदा जय भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances, and I beg your blessings, and please bless me so that I'll be able to do justice to this wonderful topic of Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is visiting to the holy places, chapter 9. Prabhu, can you please make me the host, Prabhu? Co-host, Prabhu.
Madhya, already you are co-host.
Okay. Prabhuji, somehow I couldn't able to share, Prabhu. Can you someone share the screens, Prabhuji, if you don't mind? Verse number 166, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Okay, Mataji, I will share.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your kind help, Prabhuji. So we are reading from Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 9. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu travels to the holy places. We'll start from verse number 166. Last week, Prabhuji had gone through wonderful, he took the class very wonderfully about how Venkata Bhattas, how he converted and how he was so ecstatic to hear about and fortunate to hear about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now we will go to verse number 166. Prabhu, 166. Prabhu, next verse. Rishabha Parvate Chali Aila Gaurahari Narayana Dekila Tanha Nati Sutikari. So translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. When Lord arrived at Rishabha Hill, he saw the temple of Lord Narayana and offered obeisances and various prayers. Purport, Rishabha Hills, Anagada Malaya Parvata lies 20 miles north of Madurai city in the district of Madurai in southern Tamil Nadu. It is one of the mountains known as the Kutakachalas. Nearby Rishabha Hill is the forest where Lord Rishabhadeva burned himself to ashes. So we see here about Lord is arriving on Rishabha Hill. After meeting Venkata Bhatta, he is coming to Rishabha Hills. And we know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the 7th chapter in Madhya Lila, it is described about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's South India tour. Actually, he wanted to visit the holy places, and he wanted the main purpose of visiting him to liberate all the people and to give the propagate the holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The main purpose is to visit the places and to make the people about and glorify about the holy name. Nama Sankirtana is his main motive. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's main motive is Nama Sankirtana, Jiva Daya, and Vaishnava Seva. So, in order to accomplish this, but in the pretense of searching his brother Vishwarupa, he is telling to his associates he wanted to go to South India, and he's taking only one associate, Krishnadasa, along with him, so that he'll be helping him in order to carry his danda, his water pots, etc., so that he'll be helpful by the request of Nityananda Prabhu and all. So he's all the way is coming there, and we can see wonderful Lila, how he delivers many people, how he meets the Vasudeva Vipra. All the wonderful Leelas we can see from the previous verses, and meeting of Ramananda Raya in the chapter 8. It was very great that how much the great discussion they had about all the philosophical aspects. We saw all those things in the chapter 8, and then the chapter 9 is visiting to the holy places. After meeting Venkata Bhatta, he is coming to Rishabha Hills. Rishabha Hill, it has got lot of significance, and there is a wonderful temple of Lord Narayana is there, and he is offering obeisances and various prayers. Rishabha Hill is Anagada Malaya Parvata. At presently, it is known as Alagar Malai. It is situated in Tamil Nadu. It is called, presently, it is known as Alagar Malai. And the deity is Sundara Swami and presiding deity. They have two deities, presiding deity and processional deity. Presiding deity is Paramaswami, and the processional deity is Alagar Swami or Kalla Alagar, Sundara Swami. So Sundara Alagar Swami means it's beautified. He is very much beautiful. When we see the deity of Alagar, Kallalagar is so beautiful and mesmerizing. And this Rishabha Parvata also we can see in the ancient history in Mahabharata also. Yudhishthira Maharaj and Arjuna have visited these places. A lot of significance in this place, Alagar Malai, where the Rishabha Hills, many great souls have passed their life, and they have made austerities also they have made. It is also one of the 108 Divya Desams. So more than 6 Alvars. We know in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, Alvars were very significantly, they rendered devotion to the Lord Narayana. So 6 Alvars, mainly they glorified these places and they've sung many songs. It is almost 128 hymns they sung about this particular place, Alagar Malai, or called Rishabha Hills. And the beauty and the deity is very wonderful, and it was very mesmerizing to see the places, and also many significances. Some of the significances, Manduka Maharishi. Manduka Maharishi, we have learned in Manduka Maharishi, like he took a he is very much austere. How much austere is that? He used to be in the water, underwaters, and used to meditate upon Lord Narayana underwater. So used to stay there in water, and day by day it happened that used to stay under the water and doing penances and meditating upon Lord Narayana. Once upon a time, Durvasa Muni used to come there, and Manduka Muni was deeply immersed in the meditation under the water, but he couldn't notice him. So Durvasa Muni gets angry and he curses Manduka Muni and to become a frog. And once he realized that he got the curse from Durvasa Muni, he is asking for forgiveness, and he says that the curse is a curse. So in order to deliver your curse, you have to when Kallalagar or this Narayana comes here, when he can give you liberation from this curse. So he meditates. He is in the form of a frog body. He is going and roaming all the way in Madurai, otherwise known as Southern Madura. He is roaming everywhere, and he is getting liberated from. He is praying deep intense by his great staunch devotion. Lord is pleased with him, and he liberates him. So this is one of the significance of Alagar Malai. And also, so you can see Alagar Malai is the place where actually Lord Vishnu, he comes to Alagar Malai or Rishabha Hill in order to perform the marriage of Meenakshi Sundareshwara. Meenakshi Sundareshwara is none other than Lord Shiva and Lord Parvati himself, both of them. So he personally comes there and stays there in order to, for their marriage, he comes there. So this is the significance of Alagar Malai. And also we can see Andal. Andal is a great Alvar. And she prays to Lord Ranganatha. She is a very staunch devotee of Ranganatha. We know that Andal, she makes a garland. Daily she makes a garland. She wears herself and offers to Lord Ranganatha. And she wanted to, from her very childhood, she wanted to marry Lord Ranganatha. And she prays personally to this place, Alagar Malai, Kallalagar. He says, she prays that if I supposed to get married, if I marry Lord Ranganatha, I will offer 100 kilos of sweet pongal, which is called Akkara Adisal. That means a sweet pongal made without any adding water, fully with condensed milk, with full of milk only. It is very delicious prasadam. It is made. She says that I will offer you 100 kilos of Akkara Adisal or the sweet pongal if I marry Sri Ranganatha. So after she marries, it happens that by blessings of Ranganatha Swami, she get to marry Ranganatha Swami. Andal is marrying to Ranganatha Swami. And in order to fulfill her wish, because fulfill whatever she prayed, Sri Ramanujacharya, he offers personally 100 kilos of Akkara Adisal to Alagar Swami. So this is one of the great significance. Also, many of the Alvars have stayed there, have prayed their pasurams, and in glory of Alagar Malai. It's also called Alagar Malai or Rishabha Hills at presently. So we will go to next verse number 167. Can you please scroll to 167 page number? Verse 167.
It is a very slowly. It is.
Prabhuji?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Thank you. Verse number 167. Paramananda Puritahan Rahe Chaturmasa Suni Mahaprabhu Gela Puri Gosani Rapasa. So Here, in the translation, Paramananda Puri had stayed at Rishabha Hills during the 4 months of the rainy season. And when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, he immediately went to season of Chaturmasya. As soon as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, he became so overwhelmed and so ecstatic, he wanted to see him immediately. So we know about Paramananda Puri. He belonged to a Brahmana family, and Madhavendra Puri was a spiritual master. And Madhavendra Puri Paramananda Puri was very dear to Srila Madhavendra Puri. And he actually, Srila Madhavendra Puri praises him, glorifies him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his spiritual master's god brother. So he's actually same like his own spiritual master. So he honors him and respects him in the same way, like how he respects his own spiritual master. Also, he glorifies Paramananda Puri. He is also one of the 9 sannyasis. Primarily, we see when we see about the how the devotional tree came into existence. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu served as a trunk of the devotional tree, and many 9 sannyasis were there. So one of the prime sannyasi is Srila Paramananda Puri. He is one of the greatest associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the spiritual master. He is the god brother of his spiritual master. So we'll see about next verse number 168. Puri Gosanira Prabhu Kaila Charana Vandana Preme Puri Gosani Tandre Kaila Lingana. Upon meeting Paramananda Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered him all respects, touching his lotus feet, and Paramananda Puri embraced the Lord in ecstasy. So as soon as we know that as soon as the great devotees meet, they offer their all respects and they touch their lotus feet. And once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was exhibiting him as his disciple. So he's offering all the respects to Paramananda Puri, and he's considering him as his own spiritual master. So he offers all his respects by touching his feet, and offering Dandot Pranam to him. And the Lord Paramananda Puri, he embraces Lord in great ecstasy. And also Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says that in Chaitanya Bharata also he says that my eyes, my mind, my religious activities and my acceptance of the sannyasi order have now all become perfect, because today Madhavendra Puri is manifest before me in the form of Paramananda Puri. That much great is Paramananda Puri's glory. And then next verse we'll go. Tina Dina Preme Donhe Krishna Kata Range Sevi Pragare Donya Rahe Kasange. Translation: Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed with Paramananda Puri in the Brahmana's house where he was residing. The two of them passed 3 nights there discussing topics of Krishna. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with Paramananda Puri, and Paramananda Puri also was staying there in Rishabha Hills in Brahmana's house. So both 3 of them were discussing about topics of Sri Krishna, and they were glorifying about Sri Krishna. We know that when the pure devotees meet each other, they used to discuss about the topics of Krishna. So this also happening here. So we'll move to verse number 170. Puri Gosanira Bale and Ami Yabe Purushottama Deki Gaude Yabe Gangasnane. Paramananda Puri informed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he was going to see Purushottama at Jagannath Puri. After seeing Lord Jagannatha there, he would go to Bengal to bathe in the Ganges. So they are discussing about their future plans. So Srila Paramananda Puri is informing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he is going to Sri Purushottama, Neelachala, to Sri Lord Jagannatha there in the Jagannath Puri. So after seeing Lord Jagannatha, Paramananda Puri is informing that he would go to Bengal and he would like to bathe in the Ganges. So this is his plan of tour. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will see what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Verse number 171. Prabhu kahe tumi puna aisa nila chale ami setu bandha haite asiba alpakale. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then told him, please return to Jagannath Puri or I will return there very soon from Rameshwara or Setu Bandha. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is informing about his plan. Like he says, please return to Jagannath Puri and I will also come there very soon after visiting Rameshwara. My plan is also visiting Sri Jagannath Puri. So they both of them had a wonderful plan and they are going to meet there in Nilachala. So next verse we'll see. Verse number 172. Tomara nikate rahi ena vanchahaya Nilachale asibe mora anasadaya. Translation. It is my desire to stay with you and therefore if you would return to Jagannath Puri, you would show great mercy to me. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also is saying that I also would like to stay in your association and we will and I know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying to Paramananda Puri, Srila Paramananda Puri that he will if he comes to Jagannath Puri, he is going to get great mercy from him. So we'll go to next verse 173. एताबाली तांड्रतानी अज्ञलाना दक्षिणे च लीला प्रभो हर्षितहाना. Translation. After talking in this way with Paramananda Puri, the Lord took his permission to leave and very pleased departed to southern India. So after staying in Rishabha Hills, so Paramananda Puri is proceeding towards Sri Jagannath Puri and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is leaving to southern part of the India. Verse number 174. Paramananda Puri tabe chalila nila chale Mahaprabhu chali chali Aila Sri Shaile. Thus Paramananda Puri started for Jagannath Puri and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began walking towards Sri Sailam. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarks in the purport that which Sri Saila is being indicated by Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami is not clearly understood. So there is no temple of Mallikarjuna in this area because the Sri Saila located in the district of Dharwad cannot possibly be there. So that Sri Saila is on the southern side of Belgaum and the Shiva temple of Mallikarjuna is located there. So refer to text 15 of this chapter. It is said that on the hill, Lord Shiva lived with Devi. Also, Lord Brahma lived there with all the demigods. So now we are visiting about Sri Sailam, which is in the Andhra Pradesh. So here, it's a wonderful temple of Mallikarjuna is there. Mallikarjuna temple where Lord Shiva and Lord Parvati, they are residing there. So why the name Mallikarjuna came is, it is said that there are many, two versions are there. Lord Shiva is said to appear with a garland of jasmine or Mallika or jasmine flower, which is why he is called Mallikarjuna. Another version is that Lord Shiva is said to have appeared as an Arjuna tree entwined with jasmine creeper, which is why he is also called Mallikarjuna Swami. So this is a wonderful temple in Sri Sailam. And we'll go to next verse, 175. Shiva Durga Rahe Tahan Brahmanera Veshe Mahaprabhu Deki Donhara Aila Ullase. In Sri Saila, Lord Shiva and his wife Durga lived in the dress of Brahmanas. And when they saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they became very, very pleased. So here in Sri Saila, Lord Shiva and Goddess Durga, they lived in the dress of Brahmanas. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when they saw him, when they saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they both were very pleased. Naturally, we know that Lord Shiva is a staunch devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Lord Krishna. So as soon as they see him, and they become very pleased. So we'll see in verse number 166 what happened. 176, I'm sorry. Tina Dina Bhiksha Dila Kari Nimantrana Nibrute Vasi Gupta Varta Kahe Dui Jana. Lord Shiva, dressed like a Brahmana, gave alms to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and invited him to spend 3 days in solitary place. Sitting there together, they talked very confidentially. So these are the wonderful qualities of the great devotees. whenever they meet the Lord or the great associate of the Lord, they used to have a very confidential talk. We also saw that in the last chapter also, like how Sri Ramananda Raya had a very wonderful and confidential talk. So now here also we see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Shiva and Parvati, they are going to have a very confidential talk, and they were going to discuss about none other than Krishna Lila. Verse number 177. Tandra Sange Mahaprabhu Kari Ishta Goshti Tandra Agnya Lana Aila Puri Kama Koshti. After talking with the Lord Shiva, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his permission to leave and went to Kamakoshti Puri. So, after this incidents of talking, Lord Shiva and Lord Parvati, they were talking and had a confidential talk. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, next destination is toward Kamakoshti Puri. Kamakoshti Puri is none other than Kanchipuram, present Kanchipuram. Kanchipuram means, Ka means, it is said that Goddess Saraswati, means Kamakshi, the presiding deity of Kanchipuram is Sri Kamakshi, Kanchi Kamakshi. Kanchi Kamakshi means, Ka means it is named as God, Ka means it is Goddess Saraswati, and Ma means Goddess Lakshmi. And Sri Kamakshi, she is holding both of them as her own. Akshi means eyes. So Kanchi Kamakshi's eyes are both with Goddess Saraswati and Goddess Lakshmi. So it is a wonderful Kshetra. It has Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the places in Vishnu Kanchi is there, and also Vishnu Kanchi and Shiva Kanchi also is there. In front of Varadaraja Swami temple, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had danced very ecstatically. So this Kanchipuram has got many temples around. A lot of Shaivite temple also, as well as Vaishnava temples also is there. Actually, every street we can see temple there. It's a place of full of temple place. We'll go to next verse. Verse number 178. Dakshina Mathura Aila Kama Koshti Haite Tahan Deke Haila Eka Brahmana Sahite. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived at southern Madhura from Kamakoshti, he met a Brahmana. Southern Madhura, presently known as Madurai, is situated on the bank of Bagai River. This place of pilgrimage is specifically meant for the devotees of Lord Shiva. Therefore, it is called Shaiva Kshetra. That is the place where Lord Shiva is worshipped. In this area, there are mountains and forest. There are also two Shiva temples, one known as Rameshwara and other known as Sundareshwara. There is also a temple to Devi called the Meenakshi Devi temple, which displays very great architectural craftsmanship. It was built under the supervision of the kings of Pandya dynasty. And when the Muslims attacked this temple as well as the temple of Sundareshwara, great damage was done. In this Christian year 1372, a king named Kampanna Udayara reigned on the throne of Madurai. Long ago, Emperor Kulashekara ruled this area. And during his reign, he established a colony of Brahmanas. A well-known king named Anantaguna Pandya is an 11th generation descendant of Emperor Kulashekara. So we see the southern Madura, presently known as Madurai, is situated on the bank of Bagai River. Bagai River, also known as, presently known as Vaigai River, Vaigai. Vaigai River, or is also mentioned in the literature scriptures as Krutamala also. So we know that Mathura is also known as Southern Mathura. In the earlier time, it was mentioned as Southern Mathura. So the river which is flowing over there is Vaigai. Vaigai, or it is just none other than Vegavati. It is all descended, Ganges has descended there. So this is a very holy river, and people used to take bath there on great occasions. So the how this place Vaigai River has come. So further we need to go to history, how like in the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that about the Daksha Yajna was happening. Daksha Yajna, Daksha Sati's father was in that incarnation. Sati's father was Daksha. So Daksha was earlier Brahma was performing a great yajna. For that, all the demigods and all the great souls were invited. So in that yajna, what happened is, when Daksha has arrived, everybody stood up except Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. So Daksha got so angry because when Lord Shiva was in deep meditation of Lord Krishna, he didn't notice it. But Daksha took it as a revenge. He wanted to take a revenge. So he again performed a yajna. So in that yajna, he didn't invite Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva was married to Sati. Sati is none other than the daughter of Daksha Prajapati. So he didn't invite him, but the Lourdes Parvati, she wanted to attend this father's his yajna. So she says to Lord Shiva that all of my family members have come. I wanted to go and meet my maternal place, all my relatives. Lord Shiva says that this is like he didn't invite us. It is not a right approach to go there. But she insists. But as soon as she goes there, but without his permission, without Lord Shiva's permission, she goes there. And as soon as she goes there, she didn't get any respect. Nobody, except his mother and sisters, nobody talked to her. So Sati was greatly offended by the act of Daksha Prajapati, and she finishes her life there only. So what happened that after that, Lord Shiva is gets great anger. So in that angry mood, Lord Shiva takes a body of Sati and performs Rudra Tandava. So it was disturbing the whole of the universe. And then in order to stop that, it mentioned that Lord Vishnu had with his own Sudarshana Chakra, he had cut her body into her body into 51 pieces. And the 51 pieces, when you were dancing, it fell down into 51 different places. That places are called Shakti Pita. Shakti Pita means Kanchipuram is one of the Shakti Pita, and Madurai Meenakshi is one of the Shakti Pita, where the body of the remnant of the body fell in different places. So it was like seat. Shakti Pita means it was a seat where goddess Parvati is presently, she is being worshipped and glorified. So after she leaves her body, and Lord Shiva takes the form of Bhairava in search of her. And also another story in Madurai, the king Malayadwaja is there. Malayadwaja, he didn't have a daughter. He didn't have a progeny. He didn't have a issue. So he was praying to Lord, and by the blessings of Lord, he gets a daughter who is none other than goddess Parvati. So in this place in Madurai, he meets Parvati and Shiva. They both meet and they're going to get married. In that marriage only, we saw in Rishabha Hills, Lord Vishnu comes and he wanted to grace the occasion. So he is also, this is all the story is connected here. And when Lord Vishnu came to perform the ceremony. And here we see that when the Malayadwaja's daughter, she grows up, she meets Lord Shiva, and they're going to get married. And in that, what happened after the marriage, during the marriage procession, and from the Lord Shiva's side, he's bringing only one person for the marriage to have the feast. And the Malayadwaja Raja is asking, why you're bringing only one? We made a great feast. And that person name is Gundodharan. That means he can eat many, many, many delicious food. How much ever we serve, he can eat that. When Malayadwaja Raja asking that you bringing only one person and we made a great feast for many people. So he says that it's okay, no problem. If you feed him, it is enough for us. As soon as this person, the Gundodharan, he's eating all the feast, what happens is he becomes thirsty. He finished all the feast made for several thousands of people. And then after that, he is becoming so thirsty. He finished all the water. He drank all the water which was served him. So his thirst didn't quench. So what happens? Lord Shiva is making a river. He's manifesting a river. That river is called Vaikai. Vaikai means he's asking to keep his hand on the place. Like Vaikai, Vai means keep. Kai means your hand. You just keep your hand. And then this person, Gundodharan, is keeping the hand. Immediately the river Vaigai manifest. Also, we saw that river Vaigai is none other than river Ganges or Vegavati. As soon as Vaigai river manifested, she asking a boon. Whoever whoever touches my water, they should be purified. And then Lord Shiva offers the boon to the Vaigai river that this river is free of sins. Whoever touches or bathes in the river, that person will become get rid of all the sin. So that is the significance of this place, river Vaigai. So here also, here Lord Meenakshi is the presiding deity. In Madurai, Sundareswara Perumal is the Lord Shiva, and Madurai Meenakshi. Meenakshi means she will take care of the his people. This take care of his. She was a queen of that place. After the Malayadwaja Raja, Madurai Meenakshi was ruling the place. So she used to be on the throne. She used to be a queen there, and she used to take care of her public like Meenakshi means fish, and Akshi means eyes. Like how the river, how the fish takes care of his kids, like in the form like by his the fishes take care of the his small fishes through the eyes. He just monitors the other fishes through the eyes and takes care. Same like that, Lord Goddess Meenakshi, she takes care of the public, or she takes care of the people so greatly. That's why she's called as Meenakshi. So this is where this is the history over there. So we saw that in southern, she's after going to Kanchipuram, he's coming to meeting this Brahmana, and verse number 179. सेई विप्र महाप्रभु के कैल निमंत्रणा राम भक्त सेई विप्र विरक्त महाजना. Translation: the Brahmana who met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invited the Lord to his home. This Brahmana was a great devotee and an authority on Lord Sri Ramachandra. He was always detached from material activities. So in this place, there Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is meeting a Brahmana. His Brahmana is inviting him to his home, and he is a great devotee of Sri Ramachandra. And it is mentioned that he is detached from the material activities. He didn't have anything with the material desires or material activities. Verse number 180. कृतमाल्य स्नान करी ऐल तांड्र गरे भिक्षा की दिवेन विप्र पातना ही कारे. So translation: after bathing in the river Kritamala, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the Brahmana's house to take lunch. But he saw that the food was unprepared because the Brahmana had not cooked it. So yes, here we see after the Lord is taking the bath in Kritamala. Kritamala is none other than the same Vaigai river or Bhagai river. Kritamala means surrounding the Mathura, the river Vaigai surrounds the Mathura like a garland. So that's what is called Kritamala. So after bathing in the river Kritamala, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to his house to take lunch. But he sees that, to his surprise, he sees that the lunch is unprepared. We see in the whole Chaitanya Lila, wherever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes, he gets a feast, and sumptuous feasts. Like we can't eat the feast that much in big vessels. The feast is prepared, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relishes the feast. But here is the only place in Madurai, he is not served on appropriately on time. Because why? Because we'll see in the next verse why he didn't prepare the feast. Verse number 181. Mahaprabhu kahe tandre suna mahashaya madhyana kahila kene patana hihaya. Translation: seeing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "My dear sir, please tell me why you have not cooked it. It is already known." So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is humbly asking the Brahmana, "See sir, this is noon time. Why you didn't prepare any food or any bhoga for the Lord?" So verse number 180. 182. Vipraka he Prabhu mora aranye vasati pakera samagri vane namile samprati. Translation: the Brahmana replied, "My dear Lord, we are living in the forest. For the time being, we cannot get all the ingredients for cooking." So here we see that the Brahmana, he is completely detached, who is also known as Ramadasa, who is a devotee, staunch devotee of Lord Ramachandra. he is completely detached from all this material activities, material consciousness. His mind is fully absorbed in Ramachandra Lila. So where he says that we are living in a forest, actually he is living in Madurai, in a near Vaigai river. But he's saying that we are living in a forest. For time being, we cannot get all the ingredients for cooking. We understand that in the forest, we cannot get all the ingredients. Like we have to, it takes time to take, it takes time to take all the ingredients. He's saying we are living in a forest and we don't get all the ingredients on time. Verse number 183. Vanyasaka fale mula ani be lakshmana tabe sita kari bena paka prayojana. Translation: when Lakshmana brings all the vegetables, fruits and roots from forest, Sita will do the necessary cooking. So his mind is completely absorbed in the Lord Ramachandra's pastimes, where he says that Lakshmana has to go and bring the vegetables. No, after once he brings the vegetable, he didn't bring the vegetable yet. So once he brings the vegetables, roots, and other ingredients from the forest, Mother Sita will prepare. So we are waiting for Lakshmana. So he didn't prepare, he bring the necessary ingredients. So in that mood, he was absorbed in that mood. And we also see Kulashekara Alva, King Kulashekara, he was also in the mood of Ramachandra. So whenever he hears Ramayana, whenever a particular whichever part is listened, he is absorbed in that mood. Once the scholars have been, when the Brahmanas were reciting story of Ramachandra, he's going to attack. He's telling we have to take the army and we have to attack the enemies. So in that mood, Kulashekara Alva, Ramadasa Vipra can see that Lord Hanuman, they're always absorbed in the mood of Ramachandra. So in this also we can see the mood of mood of this Brahmana who is in the Ramadasa, who is in the mood of Lord Ramachandra is worshipping. So next verse 184. Tandra upasana suni prabhu tushta haila aste vyaste sei vipra randana karila. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu was very satisfied to hear about the Brahmana's method of worship. Finally, the Brahmana hastily made arrangements for cooking. So the Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu once actually the main reason for the Lord is the Lord actually wants all his devotees to be absorbed in the mood. As soon as he sees the mood of this Brahmana who is absorbed in Lord Ramachandra, he's really very happy. He's not at all angry or not at all unhappy with him. He's completely pleased with this devotee and about his method of worship and his absorption in the devotion. He becomes completely happy with him. And finally, the Brahmana comes to consciousness and he very urgently prepares making some arrangements for cooking. So we'll see in 185 verse. Prabhu Bhiksha Kaila Dinera Tritiya Prahare Nirvinna Sei Vipra Upavasakare. Translation: Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his lunch at about 3 o'clock, but the Brahmana, being very sorrowful, he fasted. So in this verse, we see that once the Brahmana after noon, once he comes to his external consciousness, he cooks the bhoga for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And after at around noon, from the noon till 3 o'clock, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was fasting, and he was also fasting. 3 o'clock, he took the lunch. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu honored his feast at 3 o'clock. So this is how the mood of the Ramadasa or the Brahmana who was staying in the Satan Madhura or Madurai. So in the first verse, actually, I missed one of the incident, like verse number 166. Prabhuji, if you can go to verse number 166. Otherwise, no problem. The one incident is mentioned in verse number 166 is that Rishabha Muni, Lord Rishabha, about Lord Rishabha is mentioned there. Yeah. On verse number 166, we see that near Rishabha hill in the forest where Rishabha Deva burnt himself to ashes. In the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it has been mentioned about Lord Rishabha Deva and his wonderful pastimes and his wonderful teachings to his son. So Lord Rishabha Deva is none other than Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he actually is a master of the mystic power. and he exhibited all his mystic power. And finally, he told all his sons, he had hundreds of sons. He told all of them, he told about, he says that, Tapodivyam Putrakayena Sattvam. So he says that this life is meant, this human body is meant to worship, is meant to austerities, is meant for penances, and we should not be absorbed in the sense gratification. So this is the main teaching of Rishabhadeva to his sons. He says that should not be absorbed in the bodily consciousness. We should be absorbed and devoted. This body is meant for Tapodivyam. This is meant for austerities. And also he sees that when he was Lord Rishabhadeva, also he exhibited, he didn't, he was not related, like he was out, we find from the Srimad Bhagavatam that he didn't mind about the external things. Like he didn't mind about anything. He was just absorbed in the consciousness of Krishna, and he was performing his activities of devotion. And finally, when he was coming towards this Rishabha hills, and there suddenly a forest fire came, and his body burned himself to ashes. Actually, he didn't mind about, actually, he's a supreme personality of Godhead. He didn't mind about, he could have extinguished the fire. He didn't extinguish it, but he burnt himself to ashes. So Lord Rishabhadeva is mentioning also, it is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that is also happened in the Rishabha hill, otherwise known as Alagar Malai. So this is what today's topic I wanted to discuss. And the next class, we will, the wonderful preachers will explain why the Brahmana was morose. So why he was morose and what is the reason for the moroseness, and how Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu is going to console him, and how he is going to become happy. We'll see in the next verse. So I thank all the devotees who is present here to kindly for patiently listening to my class, and I know I made several mistakes, and I'm so sorry for that. I couldn't share my screen. I prepared some slide, but unfortunately I couldn't share the slide. I share the screen, and I also thank all the devotees there. I also thank especially His Grace Ramananda Kanya Prabhuji for giving me this opportunity to glorify about Srimad Bhagavatam. Though I'm not qualified, by His mercy and by the association of all your devotees, I'm going through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Please correct me if I did any mistakes. And over to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Ratnam. Thank you so much, Mataji. It was so nice, so nectarian to have explained the intricacies of many of the pastimes, which at least I was not aware of, like how you explained about Vaigya River and about Ramadasa and so many other, wherever Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going, because when we superficially read, Lord has visited this place, and then he met so and so. From there, he went to other place, and so that gives us information about Lord's activities. But why Lord went there? What is importance of that place is very important for us to know, so that when we develop the desire to visit the place, and when we visit the place, we'll recollect all this information, and then our mood also will be different. So it is very, very important that we should understand the importance of the dham before we visit, and then actually we get the proper mood of devotion. So thank you so much, Mataji. So nicely explained by you about all these places where Lord has visited. Devotees, do you have any questions or comments before we end the session?
Mataji, kindly share the PPT which you made, Mataji.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you. Also, Lord Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also mentioned that we should be in the mood of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Prabhuji rightly mentioned, we should have the mood and we should visit all these holy places. And also all the holy places which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited has been visited by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati also, and Srila Prabhupada also. And also we see in our Sampradaya, many of the devotees go to the tour of South India, and they know about all the significance, and it's very important, as Prabhu rightly said, and that mood, and we should know the significance of this place. And thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, you
Chaitanya
stopped at which verse, Mataji?
Prabhu.
Which verse you covered today? So which verse?
Prabhuji, I'll message you, Prabhuji. The screen is gone. I didn't. I'll message you,
Okay,
Prabhuji.
okay. Sorry, fine.
Actually, we should start from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Brahmana will say
Ramana's past time. Okay.
Brahmana's
Ramadasa.
pastimes about Ravana, Mother Sita's, that pastime we have to touch
Yeah,
over
yeah.
next.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank
Shri
you,
Shri
Mataji.
Chaitanya
Hare Krishna.
Mahaprabhu ki Shri Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai,